Hello. Hi, everyone. If you can see me and hear me, let me know that you can see me. Hi. Let me know if you can see me, hear me. Audio's coming through good, video's coming through good. And then let me know where you're joining me from. That way I know that you can definitely hear me. Hi, Adebimpe. Hello. Hi, Larry. Hi, everyone. So I am multi-streaming and I am doing a quick Q&A. So I have 30 minutes for a Q&A. I just finished my session at Project World, Business Analyst World, and it was amazing. And I have a couple of minutes before I can go catch the next session and jet out. All right, Queenie is joining me from Niagara Falls. Hello. How is Niagara today? Hey. Kim is joining me from Washington, D.C. What's up? What's up, DC Metro? Hello, how are you doing? Hello. So let me know if you can see me and hear me on LinkedIn, Facebook. Let me know if I am coming through good. So we're doing a quick Q&A. So feel free to ask me any questions with regards to building your thought leadership. So I just finished a talk at Project World, Business Analyst World, and it was amazing. And I talked about the future of business analysis. Now I looked at the past, right? I went back in time to the last 20 something years in business analysis. So the last about 20 years, I would say, in business analysis. And I looked at the key skills we needed to have about 20 years ago and how it has evolved over the years. So the kinds of skills we needed have changed. The kind of specializations we needed have changed as well. So as we look to the future, what are the key skills that are required? What are the different specializations that we can have? What are the competencies that we need to have? So it was an amazing session, and it was really engaging, really engaging. Hi, Vivian. Hi, Shei. Oh, Sheye. All right, awesome. Okay, Joy. So it was a really engaging session because we looked at what was in demand. We looked at some industry reports. We looked at some industry standards too as well. And then we looked at also artificial intelligence, AI. We talked about that and also shared some ways that BAs can use AI. So it was really interesting talk. But what made me smile most at the end was where there were more questions around thought leadership and consulting, because we looked at some reports that showed that more business analysts are moving into consultancy as a career path. And we also talked about the fact that building your thought leadership is one of the ways that you can, right? It's one of the ways that you can ensure that you are positioning yourself for the future. Because there would be a time whereby if you do not have a strong brand, you won't be able to get certain kinds of roles. So that's why now is the right time to start to build your thought leadership. So again, if you have any questions for me, drop them in the chat and I will quickly answer them. So a lot of people have asked me, how can I build my thought leadership? What is thought leadership and all of that? So I'll kind of quickly give some insight into that. Now, when I speak about like thought leadership, a lot of people feel like, oh, I have to be, a CEO or a C-suite or something like that to be a thought leader, but that's not true. Every one of us can start to build our thought leadership. It is built. You're not born with it. You build it. So it's kind of like building a personal brand. But with your personal brand, when you have a strong personal brand, that's great too. But thought leadership is more about expertise, experience, skills. How are you leveraging that? How are you positioning yourself within your industry? Um, kind of just want to make sure that uh, the stream is coming through on all platforms. If you have a question, if you're joining me on Instagram, put the question in the question box. And if it's LinkedIn or Facebook, please use the chat so I can see it. So again, what is thought leadership? It is really just the act of positioning yourself as an expert in your field. So when you have positioned yourself as an expert in your field, you are building your thought leadership. That's what it means. You're being known for what you do. And you can be a thought leader in any field, whether it's finance, whether it's art, whether it's tech, whether it's healthcare. It's not limited to any industry, right? So you can build your thought leadership in any industry, in any expertise at all. When you build your thought leadership, it opens up opportunities for you, whether it's job opportunities, whether it is board opportunities, whether it's consulting opportunities, um, whatever you choose to do. Having that kind of strong brand whereby you are seen as an expert, you can command more pay, right? You can get into more rooms. You're exposed to more opportunities. That's why you need to build your thought leadership. And that's why I talk about that, because there will be a time whereby if you don't have a strong thought leadership brand, you will not find opportunities that are maybe senior positions, or opportunities to opportunities to sit at certain tables. Basically, you would probably not find that opportunity. So when I talk about like thought leadership, it doesn't mean that you need to have like many years of experience to be a thought leader, right? It doesn't mean that you need to have multiple degrees. That's not the case. That's not what thought leadership is about. It is about, what do you do? What do you know? How do you showcase it? Is there a way that you challenge the status quo? You're bringing in new ideas. You're sharing new ways of thinking within your industry, right? So thought leadership is position yourself as an expert, right, in your industry, or position even your company. So a lot of companies are now focused on thought leadership too as well. They want to position their companies as the go-to company. That's why in some industries, when you think about certain things, you already know a particular company that does that, that offers that service, right? So in a specific industry, in a niche, in a topic, or or just even over the all over the world. So when you're building thought leadership, you're providing value driven content. It's value driven. You're providing your insights to a specific target audience. And what that happens is that you're going to earn trust. You're going to spark discussions. People are going to know your name. You influence trends and behaviors within that field. So, who is a thought leader? A thought leader is an individual who is recognized as an authority in a specialized field. So, whether you're an authority in healthcare or a part of healthcare, or IT, maybe a part of IT, maybe cloud or agile, right? Or data or cybersecurity, right? If I speak about certain parts of IT or certain areas in IT, there are certain people you would think about that, oh, this is the person I'll ask this kind of question, this kind of person that would have this knowledge that I need. That is thought leadership, right? So these are people whose expertise are sought after and they're rewarded. So there are people who have built expertise and now they're being paid for their expertise. So there's so many of you who are already experts within the field. You have a lot of knowledge and experience, and you should be paid more for your knowledge. But because nobody knows you, you are the best kept secret, or you have refused to showcase your knowledge or share your knowledge in a way that resonates with your industry. Therefore, nobody knows who you are. You're not getting paid. You're not getting opportunities. And you keep complaining about, oh, it's the economy, oh, it's the industry. No, because you are not a thought leader. Because the truth is, at this point in time, thought leaders are still getting opportunities. Because why? Companies want to work with people who already have that influence, that can bring that influence into their companies. And we see this a lot, even with the big tech companies. People who have a lot of influence are able to get opportunities in there. So how can you do that? Share innovative ideas, share your insights, share your views and influence the industry trends, challenge the status quo, right? You have to share, you need to be someone who has a different ideology around things. Shape the way others think about your industry. Is really, really important that you do that. And of course, have a different way of approaching um, So again, yes, they are knowledgeable. So first of all, you need to be an expert. Great comment, Cooper. You need to be an expert first. But there's a lot of us who are already experts. We're knowledgeable, but we're not sharing. So nobody really knows that we actually have the knowledge and the expertise. So when you do that, then you want to when you have that, then you want to make sure that you are sharing. So yes, thought leaders, they're often seen as visionaries, right? They're initiators. They kind of kickstart things. They're the first to start a trend or start a conversation around a particular topic. They're also visionaries. Like they have a big vision, they share it, and people kind of follow that vision. Inventor is also another good word that you can use. They're kind of like, inventing new things or new ways of doing things. So again, like I said, you need to already have expertise in a particular area. That way, you can leverage, your thought leadership. So once you do have expertise, there's many ways you can leverage that, and a lot of people can start to leverage their expertise. You're welcome, Cooper. A lot of people can start to leverage their expertise. So whether it is like maybe writing articles, you can write articles on like LinkedIn, you can use Medium, you can start a blog post, Medium, create your own as well. You can write papers as well within your industry. So providing your unique insights based on your experience, that's a great way to showcase your thought leadership. You can write a book or co-author a book, that way as well. That helps you to build your thought leadership. Also speaking, right? So speaking at conferences, webinars, workshops, doing panel discussions, those are ways you can build your thought leadership. And of course, being more vocal on social is another way you can do that. So whether it is sharing your own content, commenting on content, producing your own, whether you're using LinkedIn, Twitter, wherever you choose, anywhere you want to do that, you can build it anywhere. Also, podcasting is also a good way. So create your own podcast, be a guest on the podcast. That's also another way that you can build your thought leadership, or host webinars or co-host webinars with other experts. So that's something that you can also do. If there are people within your field that you can co-host webinars with or do live streams with, and just discuss on topics that you all have expertise in, or share your experience. That way you're sharing your knowledge with your audience. Networking is really, really important too as well. You need to be known, right? If you want to start to build your thought leadership, it doesn't happen overnight. You need to be known within your industry. So you want to go to industry events, seminars, workshops. Speaking of events, Thought Leadership Business School Live is happening Friday and Saturday. It is a gathering of thought leaders, speakers, experts, professionals, entrepreneurs from the UK, US, Canada. We have people flying in for this event, and it's a great place to network, right? So attend events, seminars. I'm at a conference right now. I have business cards with me. I have connections that I've made on LinkedIn already. So you want to make sure that you're doing this, you're being known in your field, right? People get to know you through the work that you do. Collaborate. That's something that we need to do more of, is collaborating with each other. We all have different expertise. We can collaborate with other experts. We can co-create content. We can host joint events. Those are ways we can do that. And then just keep learning, stay up to date with latest trends and research in your field. Today in my talk at Project World Business Analyst World, I talked about some new areas within artificial intelligence that as business analysts we need to start to key into. For example, sentiment analysis, right? So we want to make sure that we are staying up to date with trends, and we're also coming back to share that with our community. Offer mentorship. So you can mentor people as a thought leader. Okay, please repeat the information about the upcoming event. Oh, okay. The upcoming event is Thought Leadership Business School Live 2023. It is a gathering of professionals who are looking to build their thought leadership, who want to learn the strategies they can use to build their thought leadership, step out of the box, right? And showcase themselves. Also want to leverage their expertise in a way that they can monetize it and create more income streams from their expertise. So people who already have a lot of experience and they want to see how they can leverage it to the max, right? We don't want to be consultants. They want to grow into leadership positions, but how can they do that? So we're covering everything from storytelling, how to tell your story, how to communicate your value, how to build your brand, how to become an expert that is even recognized in the media, how to start to use speaking as well, to do speaking as a way to start to build your thought leadership and be known and seen in your industry. And then for those of us who want to move into consulting, we're also covering the strategies to start your own consulting, what you need to um, you're welcome. You are welcome. The strategies that you need to have in place to ensure that you have a successful consulting company. And then for those of us who and for those of us who already have like consulting companies, or we're all in six-figure jobs and things like that, we also have a session on like how to grow your wealth, like what are the things you can do to make sure you're investing, during this time you're building your wealth, even as we're working and making all this money. How are we saving it? What are strategies we're using to grow our wealth? So we're also going to be talking about that and so much more. We want what to talk about, like, we're going to talk about like um how to have those tough conversations as an introvert. People don't know this, but I am an introvert, but I had to learn how to have those tough conversations, how to speak with my clients, how to ask for more money, how to negotiate, how to ask for what we truly deserve. Those tough conversations. We're going to talk about that, and people are going to share their experiences with some speakers. We're going to learn so much from the speakers because they all have built thought leadership in different areas and have a lot of success. So it's going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, Cooper. Yes, you're right. This is another way. Yeah, staying active in your community for sure. So offering mentorship is a great way to do that. Also sharing your practical insights, success stories, case studies is also great. Conduct original research. So if you conduct a research rather on your industry, then you can survey your industry, collect the data, publish it, share your findings within your industry. That is really, 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 really important. Teaching, so offering courses, workshops, and lecturing at universities or institutions, that's really good. Back in 2018, when I first started creating the curriculum for the University of Manitoba and teaching, it really helped me. And I saw that whenever I had to like prepare for my lessons, I'm studying, I'm learning because I want to bring new insights to my students. So that's a good thing about being able to teach, is that you keep learning, you keep improving yourself. And even when you start to speak, because you have to do research, right, to put together your content that you're going to speak about, it helps you to stay up to date with trends. So that's a really good way to build your thought leadership. Engaging with the press. I say this all the time. For all of us who are already experts, we should be the ones speaking to the media. We should be a source in the media. Excuse me. So when journalists need opinion about certain things, especially global issues, we should be the ones in the press. And I've always gotten invited to the press based on my expertise and my knowledge, and I had evidence to show for it. So what evidence do you have? And that's where thought leadership comes to play. And then also being a part of a community or building your own, really, really key. Whether it's an online forum, group, wherever, build a community or be a part of a community where you can share, engage, and learn. And some very interesting stats about thought leadership is that thought leaders can charge more money, they can ask for more money, and they get paid more for their time, for their services that they render. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you so much. So, and then once you're able to build your thought leadership, you can actually make more money. So, if you're looking at ways to make more money by maybe working with brands um, or oh, I think I lost connection on Instagram. So, working with brands or being a consultant, being paid for your services, doing retainership work, doing fractional work, or even just moving into senior roles. So thought leadership has helped me to negotiate, senior positions. It's helped me to negotiate better as a consultant in so many ways. So when you have proof of your work, like your work speaks for you. So we all need to be doing better at that. It's hiding is not going to help you at all, right? And you can even start with just volunteering, different ways that you can use to build your thought leadership. You want to think about, how can I share it? Whether I'm going to author a book, am I going to collaborate? Who am I going to collaborate with? How can I, share my insights? What ways am I going to use? Because what happens is that people trust you once you have established your thought leadership. People refer you for opportunities. It differentiates you from everyone else. You stand out, and it creates awareness of your brand. So whether you are a personal brand or you have a business, it really differentiates you. And the truth is, people look forward to working with people who are thought leaders. So whether people want to hire you to do work for them, whether full time or as a consultant, you definitely want to start building your thought leadership, for sure. All right. I think I have some questions. Someone said, Aminu, may I know the difference between the PM and business analysis? Kind of PM assume the work of a business analyst. So the project manager is just involved in the project itself, starts to end, right? It starts to end. Project starts and it ends, the whole life cycle of that. But the business analyst is involved pre-project. So once we identify a problem, analysis work has started. We're trying to identify that problem, recommend a solution, then the project starts. So even after the project is over, we're still reanalyzing that solution. Is it working? Do we need to improve it? So business analysis is very like is kind of like holistic. The project manager just focus on the project, but we see today that you can actually do both roles. There's a lot of hybrid BAPM roles. So hope that answers your question. Let me see if I have any questions here. Okay. You want to use the question box if you have a question for me so I can see them. So is scholarship related to not exactly solo. Those are two different concepts. Those are two different concepts. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. Okay. Yes, yes. All right. So again, if you have questions about Thought Leadership Business School Live, it is going to be an amazing time. And yeah, drop live in the chat if you're interested in coming to Thought Leadership Business School Live. Comment live, and I will send you more details. It is Friday, Saturday here in Calgary, Alberta. We have virtual options. Um, so if you cannot make it, would love to see you there. But if you can't make it, you can join us virtually. It's not going to be the same though, but we'd definitely love to see you there for sure. We'd definitely love to see you there for sure. I think something I want to say though, I think like with everything that we kind of see happening, um, everything that we kind of see happening, I definitely would say that you want to make sure that this is not the time that you back down, like you keep going hard. Like no matter what, like that's kind of like the mindset I have is no matter what is happening. A lot of times people say, oh, this is happening, oh, the cost of living is going up, people are saying, is there going to be a recession, blah, blah, blah. I'll say still keep doing what you need to do. Keep doing what you want to do. Like keep going. Like don't stop. If you had goals, keep going. Right. I just believe that when you push through all of this, that's where true resilience comes through. That's where it shows your true resilient spirit. And I have a strong resilient spirit. Like, nothing ever like I never allow anything to like weigh me down. I know everyone is not like that, but if you are, I highly recommend that this is not the time that you back down. You keep going, pushing. And the truth is, even with everything that's happening, we're still seeing a lot of success with the business analysis school. Our students are still getting job offers, but what we're seeing is, the industries that we're seeing more of our students get job offers in are more of like maybe banking. We've gotten a couple in banking from big banks to credit unions to government. We're seeing that. So again, you want to look at what industries aren't really heavily impacted and are not like laying people off and kind of focus there. Also, something I would advise is leveraging your domain experience. Like that is so key. And I always tell people this: if you already have banking or finance or accounting experience, how can I leverage that? If I already have sales, business development experience, how can I leverage that? If I have experience in healthcare, how can I leverage that experience? Because it's so broad that you don't want to just think that, oh, I'm going to just work in big tech. No, there's so many opportunities. There's biotech, there's pharma tech, right? There's, health tech is so broad. And that's just one example. So you want to make sure that you are focused on like what your domain is and then the industries that pay the most. Let me see if I have anything in the chat. Hi, Pearl. Hi, hi. Hi. All right. Any final questions before I hop off? I'm heading to my next session. Hello. Any final questions? All right. So I'll wrap up here. Thank you so much for coming on my quick live. Thanks to those who asked questions. Thanks to those who asked questions. And for those of you who are asking about business analysis, thank you, Andrea. And for those of you who are asking questions about business analysis, after Thought Leadership Business School Live, we're having an amazing business analysis summit. It's going to be virtual and it's going to be amazing. We're going to be doing a deep dive into the different aspects of business analysis you can focus on. I think I think what's happening right now is that we cannot be generalists anymore. We have to focus on specializations and our expertise. So what domain experience do I have? How can I leverage that? Right? Do I want to be more focused on products, right? The business side. Do I want to focus on the technology side? Can a graduate of biochemistry move to tech? Absolutely, you can. I just talked about it. There are there are health tech opportunities. So there's biotech, there's pharma tech, right? There's med tech, right? So these are different industries that still would hire you based off of your tech and biochemistry, sorry, based off of your biochemistry background, right? So again, what you need to do is just learn um, more like tech skills. So for example, if you already have a biochemistry degree and you can add some data analytics into that, then you can work as a health data scientist, health data analyst, or there's also health informatics as well. So there's so many ways you can leverage that experience. Like no experience is a waste. I'm telling you this, no experience is a waste. No experience at all is a waste at all. And then when you think about the oh, that's a great question. What is the existing path for what is the path for an existing business analyst with thought leadership? I talked about that, and you probably have to watch like from the beginning. However, the ways you can do that is start to showcase your knowledge. So how do you want to do that? Do you want to start to create content, share your insights on the industry, have a specialization in the industry that you can focus on, leverage your story too as well. That's really good. Speaking at conferences, webinars, workshops are great ways that you can do that. And I think as a business analyst, you already have the skills because we do workshops, we do focus groups, we do brainstorming, we do a lot of analysis as well. So like we already built for that. I'm interested in the product part of business analysis. Well, our next cohort is going to be next year for product. So make sure you follow our current product management cohort. They are currently doing their projects. They're going to present their product at the end of the month. So if you want to join us for product management, make sure you are following the page. You're signed up to the email list. Once it's open, you will be informed of the start date. You'll be informed of the start date. I'm going to save this live on my page, so you can always go back to it if you missed it. It's a quick live, but I have to hop off now, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, asking me questions. If you're interested in the business analysis school, we do have a practical training class that is starting on Saturday that you can join. If you go to business analysis school page on the link in the bio there. You can click there, see more details, or chat with any of our advisors. And if you are interested in Thought Leadership Business School Live, it is a 2-day event. We have virtual in-person tickets holding in Calgary, Alberta. 2 days of insights, learnings, Q&As, keynotes, workshops, focusing on how you can build your thought leadership. Leaders are coming to share with you how they've done it and how you too can do it. If you want to be a consultant, how you can get started in consulting, how to leverage technology, how to leverage speaking, how to build your conversation and communication skills, and so much more. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. And I hope to see all of you there. If you can't come in person, get a virtual ticket. We actually have discounted tickets right now. So don't miss that opportunity at all. And if you have questions, send me a DM. Like, just send me a DM. I will definitely respond as soon as I can. But on my profile, there's like emails and phone numbers you can reach out to, and someone will contact you. All right. Well, have a good afternoon, everyone. Take care. Love you all. Bye.